Hey everyone, we're at R&R Farms right now in Pescadero, and we're actually on our way back up from LA. We went to Disney last week, and I'll put in some footage right here. So we ate a lot of awesome desserts at Disney, and I wanted to try and make my own Mickey Disney inspired dessert. So we're at the farm now to pick some strawberries and raspberries. They also have a lollyberries, but they're not in season right now. So we're just gonna get the strawberries and raspberries and see what we can make. Let's go. So I'm picking a strawberry. I try to look for anything that looks super red, like this one right here. And it's not too hard to pull off the plant. If it's too hard to pull off the plant, then it's probably not ready yet. Also, sometimes I'll try one strawberry from the plant, and if that one is good, then probably the rest on the plant are good too. So that one was really sweet, so I'll probably just pick more from this plant. So I think we're all set on strawberries, and we're over at their raspberry field, and we're gonna go pick some raspberries. So let's go. Found some raspberries right here, and when you pick them, you want to make sure that you're just grabbing onto the, you just want to make sure you're grabbing onto the raspberry and not the whole entire stem like you do for the strawberries, and then you're gonna just pluck it out, and you'll see what's left over is this little white nub. And then also the reason why you want to just pick the raspberry like this is that the stem actually has a couple thorns on it, so you might get hurt. And I'm just gonna try to see if it's any good. Yeah, it's definitely sweet. I'll probably pick some more off this plant and see what else we can get. This is our haul for today, and just before we head out, I want to mention that this place is super kid friendly. If you have kids, definitely bring them if you're driving along one. It's also pretty wheelchair accessible. The store inside has a wheelchair ramp, and these aisles are pretty large, so you could probably put a wheelchair in here, but it'd be a little bumpy. And also, just to note the prices, strawberries were $2 a pound and the raspberries were $4 a pound. If you want to visit, I'll put their information in the description box below. Let's head back to the kitchen. So we're back in the kitchen, and I think we've decided to make some raspberry and strawberry macarons, and we were kind of just inspired by the ones at Jolly Holiday Bakery that's on Main Street in Disney. We're gonna try and make them Mickey shaped, but probably not as large as they do at Disney. All right, let's get into it. I have 2 eggs here, and I'm just gonna separate the whites from the yolks and use the whites and whip them up. Just one thing to note, you want to be really careful when you're doing this because you don't want to get any egg yolk into your egg whites. If you do, you would want to restart. We have our yolks and whites separated, and we're just gonna whip up the whites now. Once your eggs start to get white and foamy, you can start adding in the sugar. We want to add in 2 tablespoons and 1 teaspoon of sugar. So I didn't mention this before, we want to whip these up to stiff peaks, so we're almost there right now. As you can see here, it's creating a peak when I pull up the whisk. And now we're just gonna add in our 3 drops of red food coloring into the mix so that we can get a nice pink color. And now we have this nice pink color. We're gonna set that aside, and then now we're gonna sift together the other ingredients. So that would be 3/4 cup confectioner sugar, 1/2 cup of ground almonds, and a pinch of salt. We're all done sifting now. We're ready to put this into the egg whites. So I have a silicone spatula, and I'm gonna add about 1/3 of this dry mixture into the egg whites, mix it together, and then add the rest in and continue to mix it together. When I say I'm mixing it together, basically I'm just trying to fold the egg whites over onto the dry ingredients to mix it together. You know your batter is done when there's no more lumps in it and it kind of has like a lava-like consistency. I know that sounds really weird, but that's what I've read online. They describe it as basically kind of look like this. So now we're ready to pipe our macarons, and I'm just gonna put them into a plastic bag with a circle tip. These are all set, and I'm actually just gonna bang it on the table to get out all the air bubbles. I'm just gonna use a toothpick to pop any additional bubbles that are left. I think these look pretty good now. I'm just gonna bang it out one last time, and then we're gonna let it sit for 30 to 40 minutes and let it develop a skin on the top. While we wait for the macarons to finish drying, we're gonna be making the cream inside. So we'll actually be doing a cheesecake cream cheese kind of filling. So I have 2 tablespoons of butter that's been softened, 2 tablespoons of cream cheese that's also been softened, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and finally add in 1/2 to 3/4 of a cup of powdered sugar. The cream cheese mixture is all mixed up. And now I want to put some of the berry mixture in. So I have some fresh berries right here from the farm that we picked earlier, and I'm going to actually muddle them and then add it into the mix. If you find that your mixture is too liquidy, you can add in more powdered sugar to thicken it up. You'll know that they're all set to go in the oven once you touch them and none of the batter comes off and it seems like it has a little skin on it. And now we're going to put it in the oven at 300 degrees for about 7 minutes and rotate the tray because not all ovens distribute heat evenly, and then we're just going to finish cooking them off for another 5 to 7 minutes. We're just starting to put our macarons, and I'm just putting a couple of the fresh berries on, and then I'm gonna pipe the cream on the inside. I have the strawberries and the raspberries placed, and now I'm actually just gonna decorate the top here, and I reserved a little bit of filling, and I added a little bit of milk to make it a little bit more liquidy. So now I'm just gonna kind of flick it on top, and then I have these other toppings, dried rose petals and pistachio, and I'm just gonna sprinkle them on top to make it look a little extra fancy. To differentiate between the two, I'm actually gonna put a little bit of gold leaf on these strawberry topped ones. Okay, you ready to eat? I'm gonna try strawberry one first, I guess, since they're a little bit more manageable. The raspberries are kind of tall, so it's kind of hard to eat. But yeah, this is a strawberry. It's really sweet, but really good. I think the pistachios add a nice little bit of crunch on the top too. And the rose adds like a little bit of fragrance when you eat it. It doesn't have too much taste. But the fragrance is really nice when you put it up towards your nose.
Yeah. I would say if you don't really like that kind of like florally taste or smell, definitely avoid it.
Oh yeah. The gold leaf does absolutely nothing but make it look pretty. So I will say that.
It's tasty. I like it a lot.
Want to try the raspberry now? I think I actually like the raspberry one better though, also because the raspberry adds a nice little bit of juice. What did you think?
I like the raspberry more too, because the strawberry is a little too sweet. So it's sweet on sweet on sweet. So I didn't really help, but how easy was this for you to make?
It's not easy, I will say that. Macarons are kind of finicky. I think you saw in the video that some of them are cracked, and it's just because maybe I didn't like tap it down on the table too much. It also could be from like the meringue not being mixed enough. So there's like a number of different reasons why something can go wrong, but I mean, they look really pretty in the end, right? So would you want me to make this again?
I think I could pass. I like it, it's really good, but the amount of effort, I think I like other desserts a little more.
Okay, yeah, I would say the same. It's not, I would rather just buy this at Disney if I were there than maybe make it myself, but they are really cute, maybe for a party, like a kid's party, it'd be fun to make. Not to discourage you, but if you actually do want to make these macarons, I'll put the recipe in the description box below, and if you want to see us make anything else, comment down below. But if not, thanks for watching, bye.